Hi, welcome to Beverly's. Today I'd like to show you how to make an envelope for this card that I just showed you how to do. We're going to be using the Crafter's Companion Enveloper. And I love this piece of equipment because they give excellent directions that tells you exactly step by step what to do, so it's really no fail. This card was 8.5 by 3 inches, so they tell us exactly the dimensions that we want to use, and that's a 9-inch square piece of cardstock. I've got my 9-inch square piece of cardstock already cut. I'm going to place it in the enveloper like so, in the scoreboard. Let me move this out of the way so that you can see. Now it says for us to score on lines B and G. So I'm going to use my scoring tool, and I have line B right here, and I'm going to follow it all the way. Then I come to the opposite corner, bring it around, and I'm going to score this corner also on scoring line B. Now, these two corners are to be scored on line G. Now I'm going to also score it on B, and I will tell you why later. Let's go to this corner, place it in its spot, and we're scoring on G again. And I'm also going to score on B like I did before, and C, and you'll see why in just a minute. So let me move my board over there. These two pieces, these two corners that were scored on B, we're going to turn up, and you can see an envelope developing right here. My G line at the bottom folds up like so. And this line that I told you to score, line B, we're going to trim off. Makes it just a little bit easier to fold into our envelope. And it can fold inside. And crease. Now our top edges, remember I told you to score on B and C? That's going to give our top flat. This little B piece up here, we're going to trim off. Now, really special envelopes often have a lining. If this was a double-sided piece of cardstock, you might be okay with no lining, but especially since this has a white side on the back here, we're going to use a piece of vellum. You could also use a foil or any lightweight piece of paper. Cardstock's not going to work. It's going to end up being a little bit too bulky. So for this lining on this size card, you're going to want to cut this into a 6.5-inch square. And we're going to score this on line C. And in the opposite corner, we're going to score on line B. So we did C on one corner, B on the other corner. Now, this B is going to go down in the bottom of our envelope. So let's trim this off, just like that. That will fit down inside. This C line is going to be the top. So we'll trim that off. Now you're going to notice I've got two little points that are just kind of sticking out here, and these we just snip off like that, and like So, move that out of the way. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive, line that up underneath my flap, put a little adhesive on my flap, fold that down, really gives it a nice finished look. This fits inside our two side pieces, fold in, and I put adhesive on the bottom flap. And there you have it. Fold on our final crease. And you've got an envelope, handmade, that perfectly fits the card that we did just a little while ago. And all of this is done with the Crafter's Companion enveloper. There's all sizes of envelopes that you can make with this project. Thanks.